Hi, and welcome to today's edition of my content on the subject of love, relationship, and marriage. Okay, so today we will be talking about three ways to put your feelings in check when the relationship is not defined yet. I hope to make this a short video, so I'm going right into it. First point, minimize exposure. And I'm going to drive this point home with a little side gist. Okay. And a personal experience, of course. So sometime someone reached out to me and apparently someone I actually like kind of had a crush on, but on a distant level because we're not really in talking terms, but I've known this person for a while. you know I'm in touch with the things he does with his career and all. I see him all over the place online, but we're not in touch yet. We just know each other from a distance. So one day he reaches out to me. I'm like, hey, okay, hi. It's been a while. We've just been viewing each other's status, and today I thought to say hi, you know, in for real. I'm like, I was practically excited to see his message. I'm like, oh wow. So we got talking in that moment. It was really exciting to catch up. And the way the conversation went, my mind was already imagining things. So to be frank, that night, uh, I was already going to La La Land. I was already imagining things because this person is in fact my spec, like somebody I know that I can be with. I think I could be with. And to be frank, to be fair, the way the conversation went was really pretty suggestive in my opinion. Okay. So along the line, yeah, he reached out again and we got talking. It was so nice. I was getting them, how do I describe them, heartbeats, them excitement were all over the place. Them feelings were starting to creeping, you get. So, but along the line, sort of like didn't keep in touch anymore. And so for me, I felt that little disappointment because I was starting to get pretty excited and the feelings were creeping in. I was starting to imagine things because if you know this person, if you see this person, generally speaking, you agree that this person is a spec. I mean, I give it to you get. So when I realized that my feelings were getting the better part of me, I was becoming overwhelmed in a way that wasn't healthy. I decided to put a check on it. What did I do? I minimized exposure. Before now, I could view his status and just pass. But when the conversation started, I started to view his status differently, like a prospective partner or something. So, and interestingly, everything he posted then seemed to, you know, be suggesting he was either talking about marriage or sharing a wedding scenario, a simple wedding scenario, and saying like, "This is what you want to have," you know. And all these things were making me more. Is it agitated now? What's the word to use? It was making me wonder in my thoughts. And I'm like, nah, girl, this isn't good. This isn't good. So I decided to cut my exposure to him and cut my exposure to him. So I muted my status. I mean, I'm sure you can relate. I'm sure somebody in my audience can relate that when you start to like people or when you're getting a crush on someone, any picture they post, if they post a nice picture, whoosh, it gets you thinking, it gets you imagining things. So if you're in that type of situation, nothing is defined. It's different when you admire your partner's picture. It's different than when you are, you know, drooling over somebody that is not yours. Not yet. It can be an unhealthy place to be. So one of the best things you can do for yourself is to cut exposure. When you cut exposure, it sort of puts your feelings in check because, like they say, something that is not in your sight, out of sight, is out of heart. If you try to get that person out of your sight, you can just manage to get them out of your heart and keep your feelings in check. I hope point is taken or understood. I just hope you understand. Then to my second point, which is another way to put your feelings in check when things are not defined, is no phone names, sister, brother, no phone names. You get. There's something calling each other phone names does. It makes you become more endeared. And I don't think it's a wise thing to do when things are not defined. I know that we humans, we're emotional beings. We like to take and receive love. We like to give and receive love, which is normal. I mean, if you're not like that, it should be weird. It should be weird. So, but don't go ahead. Don't try to get ahead of yourselves and try to call fun names, honey, sugar, iced tea, and whatnot. When nothing is defined, you're going to get your emotions ahead of yourself. It can even cloud your sense of judgment. Okay, so before you use fun names or before you start to, call baby, honey, sugar pie, and whatever, make sure that you have established that you want to be in a relationship. You actually are in a relationship, just so you don't get your feelings mingled when you have not decided to do something serious with this person. Okay. My next point is keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. There's something we tend to do, so people tend to do, like men or women, you go love hunting. You're just all about trying to figure out who is going to be your partner or who to get in a relationship with. And it sort of limits you, it sort of limits the quality of your interactions with people because at the back of your mind, once you encounter or meet people, you're already thinking far ahead of yourself. You're thinking, what is the possibility or likelihood that this person is going to be my partner? But I got an insight a long time ago. I literally felt like it was God speaking to me at that moment, and I made a note. I'm going to show you. It was like the men that God brings to my life are there for different purposes. So you don't go catching feelings for people that are meant to play diverse other roles in your life. They could be business partners, they could be life coaches. They might have a one-off impact in your life, but they could those impacts could be profound. They could be destiny defining. And I've really met people like that. I've really met men or the other gender who had profound impact in your life. Some of them were still friends, some were not that close anymore. But for that period in time that we interacted, they made impact. And I also have people like that too who have made impact in their lives and they were the opposite gender. So don't keep an open mind to freely relate with people, freely interact with the opposite gender and not, you know, love hunting or partner hunting. Don't go love hunting or partner hunting. You get keep an open mind, interact freely with people, and let things evolve naturally. It mustn't every relationship or every interaction or contact with a male or female must not end in a relationship. No salute to serial daters here. No, 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 no. I don't think it's a wise thing to date casually, to date serially. I mean, I believe dating should definitely be purposeful. Dating should definitely be purposeful and should lead to marriage. So, but keep an open mind. Don't get feelings mingled in every interaction with the opposite gender. It could ruin things for you, it could ruin meaningful relationships for you. People in your life, males or females, have different roles to play. Okay, life brought them your way to play different roles. So don't be so consumed with the idea or with the fantasy of being in a lovey-dovey relationship that you miss out on the asset of men, the gift of men. Okay, don't be blinded by love or blinded by feelings that you miss out on the potentials of meeting great people, of meeting destiny reforming or destiny defining people. So that's the last point. Remember, we've been talking about ways to put your feelings in check while things have not been defined in a relationship. Okay? And let me do a recap. First off, minimize exposure. If you are not in a thing with someone, don't go drilling over their pictures. Don't go sleeping on their pages. You'll only get yourself harmed. You only get your feelings hurt. Okay? And more so prematurely. Then secondly, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. Okay? Relate with people freely, interact freely. Learn to be a good friend. Learn to be a good person. Learn to be a good human being and interact with people freely and neutrally on every level. Okay? Don't go love hunting. Don't go relationship hunting. It might limit you and ruin meaningful relationships for you. Then I also talked about no fond names. No fond names. Don't go calling fond names. Don't go saying baby, honey, sugar, iced tea. I know we all want to give and take love, like I said earlier. It's why we're human beings, but don't be in a rush. Don't get ahead of yourself. So no calling fond names until we're in a defined relationship. I hope you found this video valuable. Until we meet again, be good, be safe. Bye.